What if the hero that we've come to root for actually turned out to be the villain? I want you guys to picture Cal Kestis, dual-wielding Jedi, survived Order 66, not swinging his lightsaber for good, but leading the Empire instead. Sounds crazy, I know, but Star Wars Jedi 3 could actually shock all of us with exactly that, Cal falling to the dark side. Now, this twist would completely upend everything we've seen in Fallen Order and Survivor, and today, we're going to deep dive into why this could actually happen, and later, we're going to reveal the big twist behind it, so stick around for that. We're going to speculate on one huge possibility for Cal's fate. We know Jedi 3 is coming, we just don't know exactly what the story is going to be. Welcome to the channel, everybody. Jimmy or Chaos. Drop a like, and remember, I read every single comment on every single video, and if you guys have a chance, check out my new book. I just published my very first book. If you like sci-fi, if you like AI, if you like post-apocalyptic stuff, check it out. Link is in the description, and it's the pinned comment. If you do get it, please leave a review. Now, the inevitable fall. Let's set the stage here. By the end of Jedi Survivor, the Jedi Order as we know it is basically extinct. Cal is one of the only Jedi left alive, and the galaxy is crawling with danger, right? Imagine carrying that burden, being the last hope of an almost lost tradition. I mean, that kind of pressure alone can make even the strongest Jedi crack. We've seen it. After years of running from Inquisitors and hiding from the Empire, he's been tested to the limits. So is there any hope? Is it scarce? I mean, even a well-meaning hero could actually become desperate. My goal is to convince you guys that this is how this game's going to go. We've already seen hints of Cal's inner conflict in the games. In Fallen Order, he wrestled with guilt and nightmares. In Survivor, he even throws a lightning bolt in battle, which was a first for him. Now, those moments, they raised our eyebrows. Cal flirting with the darkness under stress. Plus, he's endured tragedy. Spoiler alert here, really quick. 1, 2, 3. Watching his friends die and then carrying on alone. These narrative threads build on each other. In fact, one analysis noted that Survivor's themes, Cal's trauma and the lure of the dark side, have literally paved the way for a grittier continuation and culmination of this trilogy. In other words, fans need to be primed for something really dark in Jedi 3. The same piece even points out players now expect a profound exploration of what it means to be a Jedi in an unforgiving galaxy. So in short, the stage is set. The Jedi world is collapsing and Cal has every reason to feel cornered. Could that actually push him over? So what could actually plant the idea of Dark Side Cal in the story? Let's look at Cal's losses. Once again, spoiler alert for Survivor here. If you haven't played the game, you might want to click off the video. By the finale, Cal loses his closest friend, who died saving a Jedi child and accidentally drained his ally Merrin's force life to save himself. He's literally raising an orphan child now. So living with that guilt and grief, losing a brother, and nearly losing Merrin could fuel a desperate need for control. I mean, come on. Anybody getting Anakin vibes here? Trying to save his loved one? Cal might start thinking, if I were stronger, none of this would have happened. That line of thought is exactly what could nudge a Jedi down a dark path, just like Anakin. If I was stronger, I could stop anything bad from happening. That's where the temptation is in the galaxy. Cal has already chased Jedi holocrons. He's fought Dark Jedi. Imagine Jedi 3 sending him to a lost Sith world or showing him a legendary Sith holocron. Maybe there's an ancient dark side kyber crystal on offer, promising power to end suffering or resurrect an old friend. We could dream up all kinds of forbidden artifacts here. If Cal believes the power could save lives or even save the Jedi Order, that would be enough to blind him down the dark side after all. One rumor about Jedi 3's story suggests the game is set at the height of the Empire when the line between light and dark begins to blur as Cal grows stronger. So Survivor they teased us. They teased us with this tension. They held that carrot out there in front of our face. Cal used Force Lightning, and it was described as a scary sign of the darkness inside him. So with ancient temptations at his fingertips, he could literally resolve the final thing to break here. Now, one more thing. Consider the big picture. Post-Endor chaos here. Jedi 3 is thought to take place around 9 ABY, just after Emperor Palpatine is gone, but the galaxy is still at war. So the remnants of the Empire fighting the scattered rebellion and the New Republic forces. So if Cal looks at a galaxy torn apart by war and suffering, he could face that question. Shouldn't I just take charge? Shouldn't I fix this? I need to be powerful enough to do so. Well, the dark side offers that. I mean, in Star Wars, for the greater good is a classic slippery slope. We've seen it time and time again. So if Cal decides only a Jedi has the power to bring order, even by force, That's the kind of reasoning, well, that leads to tyranny. That leads to Darth Vader. That leads to so many things. In short, desperate times might drive Cal to desperate measures, and that seed could grow into a full-blown fall throughout Jedi 3. Now, if they turn him into a villain, I think it's bittersweet brilliance. Cal spent 2 games promising hope and rebuilding the Jedi, right? Making him their ultimate champion. Watching him become their opposite, man, it would be tragic irony. It would be storytelling at its finest. It's the dramatic flip we feel in the classics. You got Anakin's story, and it's centered on a new hero this time. I mean, fans have been invested in Cal as a good guy. I have. So seeing him turn, that would be a gut punch. That would hit really hard emotionally. I mean, it transformed the saga from Cal's big win to Cal's big tragedy. So if Cal does go dark, he would redefine what a Star Wars villain could be. Picture a dark Jedi who genuinely thinks he's doing the right thing. Someone willing to sacrifice friends and walk away from the light because in his mind, it's for peace. We've seen villains with good intentions in Star Wars Legends, but Cal could be fresh, a reluctant antagonist. I mean, that ambiguity itself means fans would be torn. Some might argue, hey, he's just doing what needs to be done. Others might say, no, he's betraying everything he stood for. Either way, it makes for that complex story where the villain isn't pure evil, just corrupted hope, and you still have those strings of attachment. That is how they get you in. That is how you have an emotional story. Think about the fallout for his friends. Loyal friend, Jedi mentor. I mean, come on. Would be heartbroken and furious. She trusted, fought alongside Cal. If he betrays the Jedi way, she might actually become the one to try to stop him. Lightsaber drawn, right? Merrin, sacrifice for Cal. Devastated, right? Torn between fighting for him, pleading for him to remember who he is. And we also expect Luke Skywalker to somehow appear in this movie. We know he did train Jedi around this era. So imagine Luke encountering Cal. Would Luke try to save him as Obi-Wan did with Vader? I mean, that raises the stakes dramatically. Even allies like Grease, or any of them, they're going to start doubting him. And there's one theory out there, some point out that Jedi 3 might frame Cal's biggest enemy as not an Inquisitor, not Darth Vader, but actually himself. To me, that nails the idea that this fall would be super personal. So if we did get Dark Cal, which I'm hoping for, what would he look like? I mean, first, the lightsabers. If Cal truly embraced the dark side, those familiar blue and green blades, they're going to red, my friends. Maybe keeps his dual saber style, but with crimson kyber crystals or even a wild, unstable crystal that flickers on and like ominously, I guess. So imagine his lightsaber sparking or humming differently. I mean, it would signal corruption. Maybe one lightsaber gets broken or reforged into some unique shape, like a single curved saber, maybe a double-bladed staff. Something to set him visually apart from Jedi or Sith that we've already seen. Now, costume-wise, picture Cal growing up. The hard way. Ditches lighter cloak, darker, more militaristic gear, grays, blacks, blood reds. Maybe his jacket gets patched or bits of armor. Maybe he even gets a distinctive scar, force lightning burns, or a wound from a deal. The goal isn't to mask Cal behind a helmet. He's not a Palpatine look-alike here, but add grit. He still looks like Cal Kestis. He's just visibly changed. Narrowed eyes, older face, shadows under his eyes, maybe a single Jedi braid replaced with a Sith rune, or just shaved off completely. Subtle Sith-like accents, red lining, skull motifs on his gauntlets, all of that would hint at a dark Cal. And of course his powers, those would be dark. Cal's signature Force Echo, boosting others, could become twisted. Maybe uses it to paralyze or terrify enemies, echoing their worst fears. We might actually see him clutch someone and their eyes glow red from the Force-induced vision he's got. He's also likely going to learn classic Sith tricks. Force choke. That'd be cool, right? We already know he has the lightning. Maybe we get new Force effects. Maybe black sparks in his aura or the world around him flickering in chroma when he gets mad or the madder he gets. Imagine a scene where Cal stands, let's just say there's dark fog all around. Red lightning cracking from his palms. Red lightning. Those visuals, those could underscore just how far he's gone. Now, the big question is, if he does fall, which is very likely, can he come back? Star Wars stories love redemption, right? If Jedi 3 gave us a Dark Cal early on, there's a good chance they'll set it up for a snapback. Maybe Luke reaches him in a final showdown and reminds him who he is, reminiscent of Vader's return. A single act of sacrifice, saving his family or the rebellion, could bring Cal back to the light at the last second. But even if he doesn't, keeping him dark would make his story bitterly tragic. a legend, I mean, of what could go wrong. We already know. Either way, the writers have options here for an emotional arc and an emotional payoff at the end. If he does turn back and sacrifice at the very end for the good, and then he's gone and the trilogy's over and Cal is gone, imagine. I mean, if you look beyond the game, a fallen Cal could cast a huge shadow on future Star Wars media. If he survives as a villain, he could actually pop up in books or shows set during the Rebellion. Imagine a Dark Knight figure operating out of the unknown regions or whispering advice into the Emperor's ear from afar. If he dies or is redeemed, stories might revolve around his legacy. New Jedi wondering if they can make the same choice, or villains citing his fall as a warning. There's even some rumors out there he could appear in a Disney Plus series. So if it was a scarred Sith Cal walking the Dune Sea alongside an older Luke, come on. I mean, seriously. It would blow the roof off. People would argue over forums, build up endless theories like we're doing right now. Was it out of character? Was it perfectly set up? Every line, every scene would be dissected, which means it would have been an amazing story in an amazing game. So there you go. Could Cal Kestis, the heroic Jedi, actually be the villain in Jedi 3? I mean, he's isolated right now. I mean, Seeds of Darkness, they are there. It would be a tragic flip, but we've seen it before. Let me know what you guys think. And do you think Cal makes it out of Jedi 3? Or do you think at the end of this, one way or another, he's doomed? Let me know.